Tonight, thousands of bus-related complaints are stacking up in the Charleston County School District, and parents are concerned. So far this year, students have missed almost 7,000 hours of class time because of late buses. Colby Satterfield followed a bus and saw for herself just how late it arrived. She tells us parents are concerned about the long-term impact it's having on their children's education.
Getting to and from school sounds easy.
No answers, nothing.
You wait at the bus stop, get picked up at a certain time, and come home right after school.
Consecutively late.
But Christina McCarthy says that's not happening for her daughter.
It has caused her to have to stay after school and to make up numerous tests or quizzes.
And McCarthy says it happens a lot.
So one of the days it was pretty cold outside, and she was standing outside for over 45 minutes waiting for her bus to get here.
Her daughter goes to school in Mount Pleasant, and she says the bus isn't a reliable way for her daughter to get to and from school. She's not the only parent concerned about this. School officials calculate the time missed when the bus is late. So far this year, that adds up to nearly 7,000 hours of missed class time.
They're not in school to get their learning, and by the time they get to school, they're trying to just wrap their head around what's really going on, and it takes them a while to get into the day.
That doesn't account for the days kids miss school altogether because a bus never shows up.
And I go to work extremely early in the morning, so I can't leave work and then come back and pick her up to take her to school, so she has to miss the day.
So far this school year, there have been 3,000 bus-related complaints formally sent to the Charleston County School District.
It's extremely frustrating. It just adds a lot of stress onto the kids. It adds a lot of stress onto the parents. The safety issues of not being picked up on time or not getting home on time are, elevated at that point. So it's just extremely frustrating.
With so many complaints for late buses, I wanted to see how late the bus was myself and see if the kids would get to school on time. It's now past 8:30. The first bell has rang at Wando High School and class is starting. This bus is still 4 miles away.
Jeff Scott is the transportation director for CCSD. He says the nationwide driver shortage is to blame and says one area is feeling the brunt of it.
The driver shortage issue is a Mount Pleasant right now issue with being able to get drivers in that area. The rest of the county is actually running very smoothly.
To manage the driver shortage, Scott says they've got a few things in the works.
But there's a few things we've done to work to help them service our students. One is we put out a supplemental bus contract to have another company come in and supplement Durham services. Coastal Bus Line was awarded that contract last week, and they took over 3 routes this morning.
Durham is also working with the district by having new drivers spend their first 30 days of training on Mount Pleasant routes.
For them, a lot of it has to do with where you live and where you work. Not everybody is going to stay with your company if they live in Goose Creek and you're going to have them commute to Mount Pleasant on a daily basis.
But McCarthy is skeptical.
I've read their promise statement on their website back to them and said, you guys promise reliable, safe transportation for children, and you're not providing that service, so how are you going to fix this? And again, I get the same answer. There's nothing we can do about it.
In Charleston County, Colby Satterfield, Live 5 News.
Durham's contract with CCSD ends in 2020. The school board has appointed a committee to take a look at the issues the school officials have had with the company as they make a decision on what they want to do in the future. If your child is in the Berkeley County School District or Dorchester District 2 and is having issues with buses, email our reporter at ksatterfield@live5news.com.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5.